Hi, how are you doing today?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. What are the challenges when you're crafting a performance where you're not only singing, but you're largely singing your character's emotions? And so, how does that come together?
Well, it's a good question actually, because um, you cannot let go all your emotions when you sing, because then you cannot sing. It cuts your breath, which is also interesting. And that's what Leos Carax was expecting, because when he decided to do this movie, he decided that we would sing live all the movie. Like usually when you do musicals, you record songs in a recording studio, and then on set you lip sync. Um, so you know that you're always going to have it singing because you like validated the song in the studio. Here, because it's all live, it was kind of stressful, but at the same time, what you can feel with the music that conveys the emotion like nothing else. Um, it was very deep to find the right balance between your emotion and the singing, and also everything that we did while singing. Like when you sing a song in a movie or on stage, your whole body is involved in the singing, and it doesn't do anything else but singing. But in the movie, we had to do many things. I had to do many things while singing, like swimming, or sleeping, or even smoking a cigarette while singing. That was the worst, actually, I have to say, to find like the right time to like take the. I mean, it was, but that made the project so unique, and you really like reach the authenticity of the emotion. It was even interesting to not be able to sing anymore and to make something out of it, because moving so much keeps you from like singing like in tune all the time, or with the right breathe all the time. And it was very interesting, yeah, to find the balance to actually deliver the emotion, and at the same time the music.
So, it sounds like this was a really different experience than, let's say, La Vie en Rose and singing in that film.
Well, La Vie en Rose I didn't sing.
Okay.
It was Édith Piaf
Okay.
voice, which was actually one of the hardest thing I've ever done, is lip syncing to the perfection, where people will actually believe that you are singing. I had seen movies where actors were lip syncing on another voice, and it didn't work. And I really wanted it to work, so I hard a lot on the lip sync. But yeah, well, different from another musical. I did this musical with Rob Marshall a few years ago called Nine.
Right.
And well, it was different because I didn't have on set to think about my singing, because it was already recorded, and I just had to like live the song. And also it was my voice, so it was my breathing without thinking of how I'm going to breathe, you know. um uh, but singing live is something that is very special, very, very special, and I actually loved it.
Did you work with any sopranos just as a research, just to sort of get in sort of their head and what their world is like, to sort of understand what Anne's life is like as a performer?
Yeah, yeah, I was lucky to meet with two sopranos, and I followed them rehearsing, and I asked a lot of questions, and it was very interesting to talk to them and to see how they actually, one thing that was very interesting, that all the singers I met said that it's really weird for them to look at themselves while they're singing, because they have this kind of face that is too much. Everything is too much. Everything is wide and big, um and they told me that they would look like monsters. And I thought that was very interesting because, yes, when you see an opera singer, they have those faces because every muscles is involved in the singing. So they shared a lot with me, a lot of their routine, a lot of their feelings, and how they convey emotion while singing. When you cannot cry when you sing, it will keep you from singing. So this emotion that is there and that is only shared through the voice. And I didn't know much about opera, and I went to the opera the first time of my life while preparing this movie. And the voice and the power of the body releasing that that voice that reaches perfection and excellence is absolutely, it's an experience that I had never lived before, like just by a voice and the power of the voice and the emotion of the voice being like taken by this emotion. It was really a very deep experience.
I mean, the film seems to show her as that kind of singer, that's someone that can transport people. And that sort of is what pushes part of Henry's jealousy.
Yeah, she's gifted. And what she does really moves people deeply. And this is this talent that she has, and what's in herself, like an artist. The first material of an artist is who he is or who she is. What she or he has to share is you know, this human being that we are, and it's I find it very moving to do a movie about artists and this need of recognition that we all have. I mean, we all come with this need of recognition. When you're a kid, you need to be recognized by your parents, by your family, by your brothers and sisters, and then you grow up, you need to be recognized by your friends, by the people you're surrounded with. And an artist has this like deep need of recognition, of we need to be heard, we need to be looked at, we need to be loved, and how it affects us, how it affects the people around us. When you get this recognition, or when you don't get it, how this frustration will take will affect people around you, basically. I thought that was one of the most interesting themes in the movie for me, because I face this question, because I'm an artist, and I need to be recognized. I need to be loved. And how do you live with this? How do you live when you had the recognition and you don't have it anymore? How do you live with this need of recognition that is not fulfilled by recognition? I think this is a very, very interesting theme.
Well, that was a great answer. And I think I have to leave it there. Unfortunately, they're telling me to wrap up, but thank you so much. Congratulations on the film. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much.